Good morning, sitting here in this lovely Atlanta traffic. Gonna give you guys a quick update. And there it is. We are at 254,000 miles. That means 52,000 miles has been driven on this current transmission fluid and filter change. I had planned on doing it by now, but my trusted mechanic who handles this job for me, because I'm not getting under this car and doing it, he is tied up right now, and I'm going to let you know what he's tied up with. Check this out. Adjust that there. Give you guys a little scenery while I talk, so I don't feel like talking to the camera directly. Anyway, listen. His bay is full right now. He's got his hands full. He has taken apart the engine of a 2023 Suburban. Because of this, he's got his hands full because the Suburban he's working on is one of my business partners. So he's been down for over 3 weeks now. He's going on 3.5 weeks that vehicle's been out of service. So this goes back to the video that I was telling you guys about. There's a recall on 2021 through 2023 GM. I'm trying to remember that engine, but it's an 8-cylinder engine. But anyway, that same engine that's in the Suburban, the Yukon, and the Escalade, and any other variations, right? Whether it be the trucks or whatever. Anyway, there's a recall. So this thing is eating up oil like you wouldn't believe. And because of that, we are short-handed, we're short-staffed, because we need this guy. He's like my main guy. I've been working with him for over 20 years now in this business. So that just kind of furthers my statement that I made about, not wanting to go to GM and sticking with Ford. However, here's the catch. With Ford, there's also a problem. And it turns out that as I've been searching for a Lincoln Navigator, a new one, a replacement, a used one, because I can't afford that brand new one. I don't have that kind of money. Well, it turns out that the Lincoln Navigator, the 2022 model for sure, there's issues with it. So if I want an experience that's not as problematic, I would have to go with the 2021, which is the older technology. I like the technology that's in those 2022 through 2024 models. Of course, once again, I cannot afford the 2025 model. It's too expensive. Can't drop that kind of money on the car. So I'm currently in the market, or I'm looking around for a 2023 Lincoln Navigator. For all of you who are following this vehicle, once again, it is staying with me. I don't have plans to get rid of it. Unless something drastic happens, I have no plans to get rid of this vehicle. I kind of want to see how far it's going to go. But I do have to upgrade. It's what comes with the territory, with our business, and I need to do it. So just want to give you guys that quick update, let you know that I'm at 254,000 miles once again. Which means I've driven 52,000 miles on the second ever transmission fluid and filter change on this vehicle. And once again, I got to repeat this because people seem to, they get a little bit lost with all the Instant Shudder Fixx, and I understand that. So just for clarification, I stopped using Instant Shudder Fixx just shy of 188,000 miles. So I am no longer adding Instant Shudder Fixx to this vehicle. It does not mean that I have a problem with Instant Shudder Fixx. I still endorse that product, but I just think it's important for you guys to know that Instant Shudder Fixx is not part of this situation anymore. They're not part of what I'm dealing with. So I'm just changing the fluid and the filter when it needs to be changed and not dealing with that product anymore. But it's still, if someone's having a problem where their transmission's shuddering, then they should check it out. It would be worthwhile to see if there's something wrong with your transmission or if it's just your fluid that needs to be changed. All right, well, I'm going to get back to focusing on sitting in this traffic on my way to my next pickup, and I will have another video out to you guys sooner than later.